Well, hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. In this episode, I will give you the buyer's guide for the Scott Addict Gravel 10 bike. So you see, recently I got a question about this Scott Gravel bike, and I think it's a very interesting offering from Scott, considering that the retail price is 6,700 US dollars. So definitely, not a cheap gravel bike, but as we will see when we dive into the specifications, considering what you are getting on this bike, I think it's a very interesting price point. I can definitely say it is a bit of an eye-watering levels of the price, but then again, let's see what do you really get. So this Scott Addict platform, who is this bike for? So you see, if you spend the majority of your time on the road, but from time to time you like to go a bit off-roading, some kind of gravel path, gravel roads, nothing too demanding, and you like maybe some of the bike packing, tours, you like huge air volume in the tires, then definitely you should consider buying one of these gravel road bikes. And Scott Addict platform is a typical example of a gravel road bike. When you look at the paint scheme on this bike, well, there's only one paint scheme on offer. Okay, I gotta admit that this paint scheme that Scott offers is pretty impressive. Some kind of, almost like a sand yellow with simple dots, simple hints of kind of black on the frame. Looks very nice in my opinion. But again, considering the retail price of the bike, I wish there is at least one more paint scheme to choose from. So it is what it is. If you like this kind of sand yellow paint scheme, then definitely you're going to be fine. If not, well, you're going to have to buy some other bike. So retail price, as I said, 6,700 US dollars. It becomes a bit eye-watering, but let's really see what do you get for your hard-earned money. So we can start with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the frame is a carbon fiber frame from Scott, and this is their HMF level carbon fiber. So this is not the highest level that they can do. They can also do the HMX level carbon fiber frame and the fork on these gravel bikes. So this is like the second tier of the carbon frame and the fork. So HMF level carbon for the frame and the fork. Of course, the frame comes with the internal cable routing, flat mount disc brakes, and also a fender kit is ready. And of course, the fork has a flat mount disc brakes. I'll mention here that with this frame, the press fit bottom bracket is going to be with the SRAM standard, because the whole group set is going to be the SRAM group set, and also the frame comes with the 5 years warranty from Scott. Another point of discussion here is that I wish that Scott would increase their warranty because they are such a huge big bike company, but okay, 5 years warranty is kind of a standard in the bike industry. Of course, there are a bunch of other manufacturers which do lifetime warranty, like, Trek, Giant, Specialized, for example. Okay, now let's look at the group set on this bike. So you are getting a fully wireless SRAM Force ETAP access group set. So this is a 12-speed fully wireless group set from SRAM. So everything in this case, from shifters, front mech and rear mech, is SRAM Force ETAP. Absolutely superb wireless group set. There's no complaints here, and it is a fully wireless. There is no cable on this group set, because you probably know that when we are speaking about the Shimano electronic group sets, they still use a cable connection between the front and the rear mech, while with the SRAM electronic group sets, there is no cables, everything is fully wireless. So SRAM Force ETAP access, absolutely superb group set, shifters, front mech, rear mech, no complaints here from me. Now let's look at the crankset. They didn't cut corners here. This is a full SRAM Force crankset, 4633 chain rings. This is paired with the SRAM Force chain, again excellent, and the cassette is the SRAM Force cassette. So this is the XG 1270 cassette, and the cogs here are 1036. So when you look at the 1036 cassette, 4633 chain rings, Definitely you shouldn't have any problems in attacking any steep mountains and long days in the saddle if you are doing some, gravel riding. I would just mention here that in the future, when you need to replace the chain and the cassette, I strongly recommend you to stick with the SRAM products, something that's compatible with the 12-speed group set from SRAM. And also with this cassette, of course, when you need to replace it in the future, these things can get a bit pricey, this SRAM Force cassette. I didn't check the prices lately, but they can easily be around $200 for this cassette. Braking system on the bike, hydraulic disc brakes from SRAM Force hydraulic disc brakes front and the back. And what's great here is that they are using the SRAM Centerline XR rotors, 160 millimeters front and 160 millimeters back. So great stuff, very good heat dissipation and stopping powers. They didn't cut the corners here, which is always great to see. You know that I always have a problem with the 140 millimeter braking rotors when some bike manufacturers try to fit them on the bikes. I always think it should be 160 millimeters front and the back for majority of the riders. Now let's talk about handlebar and the stem. So the handlebar is the Syncros Creston carbon fiber handlebar, superb stuff, and also the stem comes from Syncros. I'm guessing this stem is going to be the aluminum stem. Good thing here is that these are separate pieces, nothing proprietary here, nothing special, easy to adjust your position on the bike, easy to, replace in the future if you really want. And of course, another nice benefit is that the handlebar, as I say, is a carbon fiber handlebar. When you look at the seat and the seat post, okay, the seat post is a Syncros Duncan Aero seat post. I believe this should be a carbon fiber seat post, but just double check with the Scott that it is a carbon fiber seat post. And also the seat is from Syncros, again, in-house brand of Scott, Syncros Tofino saddle. I've heard some good reviews about Syncros Tofino saddle, but as always, since saddles are a personal preference, if you don't like this saddle, it is very easy to upgrade in the future or immediately when you get this bike. Now let's talk about the wheelset on this bike, because I truly believe this is a big secret sauce of this bike. So we are speaking here about DT Swiss GRC 1400 wheelset. So this is the dedicated wheelset for gravel riding from DT Swiss, and it is a carbon fiber wheelset. And if you would buy this wheelset on the open market, the retail price is $2,400. Some of the key highlights of this wheelset definitely include that the front wheel is 750 grams, rear wheel 861 grams. So let's call it, approximately 1,600 grams for the whole wheelset. Carbon fiber rims, of course, on this wheelset, as I said. It is, tubeless ready. Of course, you will have to provide your tubeless tape and the valve. The rim height is 42 millimeters, and the good thing is that the rim internal width is 24 millimeters. The hubs that come on this wheelset are superb. DT Swiss 240 hubs, 12 millimeter through axles front and the back. And also I will mention here that the spokes are the DT Swiss Aero spokes on this wheelset. So all in, as I said, absolutely stunning carbon fiber wheelset from DT Swiss. Total weight approximately 1,600 grams, and the retail price on the open market about $2,400. So as I say, definitely a secret sauce on this bike is this superb wheelset from DT Swiss. And this wheelset is wrapped in the Schwalbe G1 performance tires. And also what's great here is that these are 45 millimeter tires front and the rear, so you will definitely have a huge air volume in this tire, and this is what you want when you are doing, gravel bike riding. And all in, this bike comes in 8.8 kilograms. Again, I'm guessing this is for some kind of size medium. So if you add the pedals on this bike and the bottle cages, okay, let's add another, 400 grams. So we are probably speaking about 9.3 to 9.5 kilograms, really ready to ride bike. Nothing impressive here, how would I say, in this department, because again, if you are buying this gravel road bike, you are not expecting it to be, super light. So this is a competitive bike weight, in my opinion. So all in, what is my advice to you for this Scott Addict Gravel 10 road bike? So with the retail price of 6,700 US dollars, this basically gravel road bike, I would definitely advise you to shortlist this bike, because when you consider the top components wireless group set from SRAM Force wireless group set, when you consider top of the line DT Swiss GRC carbon fiber wheels on this bike, and also an excellent Scott HMF carbon fiber frame, I think it's a very, good offer from Scott for this gravel bike. So definitely shortlisted if you are in the market for a, I would call it a top level gravel bike. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!